Good morning, everybody. Welcome. We're going to wait just a few more minutes to see if anyone else will be joining us this morning. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. We're just going to wait 2 more minutes to make sure that everyone who's going to be joining us can come in for the meeting. So thank you for your patience. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us this morning to learn more about the Addams 14 online program. Before we get started, Karen, can we do our interpretation announcement?
Thank you, Brianna. Interpretación en vivo. Usted puede escuchar la interpretación al español simultáneamente de las reuniones de Addams 14 en línea. En su pantalla, en la parte inferior central, tendrá un botón en forma de globo con opciones para interpretación. Haga clic en el globo y seleccione el idioma español. En ese momento comenzará a escuchar la interpretación simultánea. Gracias.
Thank you, Karen. And again, welcome Addams 14 community. We're thrilled that you've joined us for an informational session about the Addams 14 online program. So this morning we have a brief yet very informative program for you. We're asking all of our families to please hold your questions till the end. So maybe grab a pen and paper so you don't forget. We don't want to miss anything. As a reminder for anyone speaking this morning, please remember to speak slowly as our interpreter is managing live interpretation. Thank you. And at the end of our presentation, when we start our question and answer section, you'll be able to ask questions verbally by raising a digital hand or by typing a question using the Q&A at the bottom of the screen. All of our attendees will be muted, so if you do raise a digital hand to ask a verbal question, you'll be prompted with a text box to unmute yourself so that we can hear your question in English or Spanish. And don't worry about your camera. That's not a function of this platform, so you can see us, but we can't see all of you. And with that, it's my pleasure to introduce you to our Addams 14 Chief Academic Affairs Officer, Mrs. Sheila Burke. Sheila?
Great. Thank you, Brianna. As Brianna mentioned, my name is Sheila Burke, and I'm proud to serve as the Chief Academic Affairs Officer for our school district. We are here today to provide an update regarding our Addams 14 online program for the 2020-21 school year. Please note that our presentation is geared towards our families in grades 6 through 12 who are interested in an online supplemental program option for their child for this upcoming school year. As mentioned during our May Town Hall meeting, we are excited to share that during the 2021-22 school year, we are planning to return to our traditional instructional model, where our students are learning inside of our schools 5 days a week for in-person learning. Addams 14 believes and research supports that our student learners thrive best in an in-person classroom environment, specifically our students in grades preschool through 5th grade. With that said, our proposal for online programming will service students in grades 6 through 12 only for the 2021-22 school year. Online programming will be smaller in size than our students and families are experienced during the 2020-21 school year. During the 2020-21 school year, our online program was larger in size as we responded to COVID-19. We are offering our Addams 14 online program at a limited capacity for the 2021-22 school year. The program will serve students in grades 6 through 12. Please note again that there is limited space, and I will speak more about this space later in our presentation. Registration will open July 21st. Certified teachers will be providing asynchronous instruction through our partnership with Colorado Digital Learning Solutions. As a reminder, asynchronous learning means that teachers, students, and other classmates are not engaged in the learning process at the same time. Each student will work with their parent or guardian to create a self-pace for their online schoolwork that will meet their required deadlines. Colorado Digital Learning Solution is an approved program through the Colorado Department of Education. Colorado Digital Learning Solutions and the state supplemental program is that a supplemental program and is defined as follows. Supplemental program means that it's a program that offers one or more online course to students to augment an educational program provided by a school district, charter school, or board of cooperative services. The following are some key highlights to understand about the Addams 14 online program. First, students will be working off a week-to-week schedule that their online teacher posts versus a self-paced course. Activities must be completed by the end of the day, which is in their terms 11:59 p.m. listed in the student's schedule. If a student misses a due date, their online instructor will record a 0 for that assignment or activity. The reason for this is so that students' local school site coordinator will know what assignments or activities are missing and students still can complete the missing assignment and work with their online instructor and then submit. Students will complete similar activities and take tests like they would in an in-person classroom. Students will manage their time to ensure they complete the online activities on time. And please note that the online courses are just as rigorous as face-to-face or in-person classes. Online courses require the same amount of time as in-person courses. And again, please note that students and families have the freedom to organize their time differently. Students who are candidate for the Addams 14 online program embody the following traits. Academic readiness, meaning students are performing at or above grade level. Students are self-motivated, effective communicators, have independent study habits, understand and can navigate technology, and that they have good time management skills. The daily routine checklist for students participating in Addams 14 online program includes a login daily, review of their due dates and assignments, review messages, that students maintain a focus on learning, that they can organize their time and manage it effectively, and that they're well organized. Students participating in our proposed online program will receive a district-issued device and a modem for internet services. The modem will be passed out for students who require this. If families already have internet services at home, then just the device will be provided. The district will also provide in-person services on a regular schedule for students who qualify for specialized programming, such as language services and/or special education services. Students participating in Addams 14 Online will have breakfast and lunch daily in their schedule. Again, those will be provided by the student's family. Students will participate in asynchronous elective programming, such as music, art, physical education, virtually through video tutorials, self-paced online articles, and projects. Before we talk about registration, let's watch a quick video from Colorado Digital Learning Solutions to learn more about the program in Addams 14. Cameron?
Colorado Digital Learning Solutions is a state-supplemented online program that partners closely with Colorado school districts, BOCES, and charter schools to provide high-quality online courses to supplement district course offerings in a 21st century learning environment. CDLS courses are affordable to districts, high quality, and standards-based. Our expansive course catalog of cutting-edge, up-to-date curriculum includes options for advanced placement, concurrent, electives, credit recovery, CTE, world languages, enrichment, elementary, and test prep. Course offerings also include a variety of options for middle and high school core content areas. Additionally, many courses Colorado Digital Learning Solutions offers are NCAA approved. All CDLS courses are taught by Colorado licensed instructors. Students enrolled in CDLS courses have access to a student information system with up-to-date analytics of student activity and performance available for site coordinators, parents, and students, as well as built-in messaging. Students also have access to a learning management system, BUZZ, to complete their coursework along with a student help and resources bank available 24/7. All courses offer accessibility tools, so many different learning types can be accommodated. All courses have expectations and due dates clearly defined on the landing page. As well as a built-in calendar tool. Students can view their full gradebook at any time, and check for instructor feedback on the activity stream. All courses generate a to-do list based on due dates. CDLS students engage in many different types of learning, including discussions, project activities, system-graded assessments, written responses, and interactive tutorials. Students can expect prompt communication from their instructors, along with weekly progress reports. Successful online students are self-motivated learners who are self-starting and self-advocating. Good communication skills are a must for a successful online student. CDLS teachers are there to guide student learning every step of the way, but a good online student must not hesitate to reach out for help. A successful online student has experience using web browsers, word processors, and email. Reading comprehension is vital to being a successful online student, as learning is completed asynchronously. So the most successful students are reading at or above their grade level. Online students need consistent access to a computer with moderate speed internet. Lightweight devices, such as smartphones, are not recommended. Lastly, and most importantly, to be successful online, students need effective time management skills, an open and positive attitude to learning, and open access to school-based mentoring combined with parent support. CDLS students who consistently engage in coursework enjoy the ability to chisel out time from their personal schedules for lessons and assignments. Pacing is outlined by due dates in each course, and since courses are open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, students have autonomy and flexibility on when to complete coursework before due dates pass. Students taking CDLS courses also enjoy the variety of different learning materials, and many report thoroughly enjoying the content. Colorado Digital Learning Solutions is a state-supplemented online program.
Thank you, Cameron. So now we've been able to get a little bit more of an understanding around our online program for next year. We're going to switch topics and talk about registration. Registration for the Addams 14 online program opens July 21st. All parents and guardians will have to register their child through our district registration process. Once that process is complete, parents or guardians of students in grades 6 through 12 will see a tab that says A14 registration. Parents will click on that tab. There will be a series of statements in English and Spanish that parents will have to check. Once all the boxes are checked, parents and guardians could submit the form, similar to what you see on your screen. The forms are then time-stamped and a file will be created. Please note that students who are currently on an active attendance plan will be reviewed with our truancy department and will follow recommendations as outlined in the student's attendance plan. Once the first 300 students are identified, someone from our district's registration office will contact parents and guardians, letting them know if their student has been selected. Now I'd like to turn it back over to our communications team for our Q&A portion of our session. Brianna?
Thank you, Ms. Burke. Real quickly, Cameron, if you can go back one slide, please. There we are. To find out more about the Addams 14 online program after this session, please visit our website at www.addams14.net. Once there, on our homepage, on the first image, you'll see that purple box that reads 2021-22 school year. Click there. Once there, you'll find the Addams 14 online program listed up top as the top under resources. And then as a reminder, any questions that are asked today during our time together, these will also be posted to our frequently asked questions page within the Addams 14 online program webpage. And finally, before we move forward with questions, we invite any of our families who still need support with registration. We know that's a big process, so we would love to be able to help our families. So please join us at Addams City High School for one of our 2 registration events district-wide. So it doesn't matter what school your kiddos are going to, please come down and we can offer support. That's Thursday, July 22nd, and that'll be from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. and again from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m., followed by Thursday, July 29th, from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Again, both of these events will be held at Addams City High School, but registration support for any school in the district. So please join us. All right. As a reminder, before we hop into our question and answers, for any attendees who are going to be asking a question verbally by raising a digital hand or using writing a question using the Q&A at the bottom of the screen. Again, all attendees will be muted. And if you raise a digital hand to ask your verbal question, you'll be prompted with a text box to unmute yourself, and then we can hear your question in English or Spanish. Karen, are we ready for questions?
Thank you, Brianna. We have one written question. This is from one of our guests. The question says, so are we not going to school in person?
Thank you for the question. So yes, Addams 14 School District pre-K through 12th grade will be returning to 5 days a week full in person. For students in grades 6 through 12, we have limited space for an online option for students and families that felt like this was a better fit for their educational programming. Again, please note that our online program is a supplemental one, and Addams 14 believes that in-person learning is the best environment for our students in grades pre-K through 12th grade. Karen?
Thank you, Ms. Burke. We have another question in Spanish. I will read it in Spanish first, and then I will repeat in English. Nuestra siguiente pregunta dice, entonces, ¿solo sería 300 niños y serán seleccionados? So then, does that mean it will only be 300 children, and will they be selected?
Thank you for the question. So we do have 300 spaces available for students in grades 6 through 12. So as parents are interested in this option, they will submit the registration form and select the online component of that to be able to register for this. Once our 300 spaces have been filled, then students or families that are interested after that would then move to a wait list. Someone from our district registrar's office will then confirm the enrollment for the online students. Karen?
Thank you, Ms. Burke. We do not have any written questions at the time. Oh, one just came in. All right, this one says, what if you are enrolled in this program and you want to go back to school the following semester?
Thank you for the question. So for students who are participating in Addams 14 online, they do have the option to move back to in-person learning. However, that option will be set up at the end of first semester, which would be at December 17th. Then students would then move back into in-person learning starting January when we roll into second semester. And if there are additional spots, the reverse would be true. So if a student selects in-person learning and they are looking to move into online, they would complete the registration form. And then if there are spaces available, then students would be able to move into that spot at semester if they're already registered for in-person. So the transition date that's key there is really at the end of semester. Karen?
We have two questions, they're similar. I will read both of them for you to include in your response. The first one says, how can we sign up for in-person school? And the second one says, if I have already registered my child for school, can I still register for online?
Thank you, Karen. I'm going to start with the first one. So to register your child for in-person learning, I'm going to ask our communications team, will you put the presentation slide deck back up?
Yes, what number?
viewing audience, we're going to pause for just a moment here, and I'm going to answer the first question around how to sign up for in-person learning once our slide deck appears. Brianna, I'm going to ask you to unmute here because I'm going to rely on you to help me walk through the process one more time. And then Cameron, I know you can hear, so if you would go back to our slide deck that begins with the Addams 14 website, and we'll walk our audience through the process to sign up and register. Great, and if you'll go back a slide for us, Cameron. There you go. Brianna, if you'll walk us through that process, and then I'll answer the second part of that question. Brianna?
Absolutely. So for our families, we encourage you to visit our homepage, www.addams14.net. Once there, right on the homepage, you'll see a purple bar that will read 2021-22 school year. Once inside that page, you'll see a list of resources, and under there is our registration tab. So you can go straight to registration there, or if you want to stop off at the Addams 14 Online Program resource tab, which is the top one, you'll find out more about the Addams 14 Online Program.
Thank you, Brianna. So viewing audience, again, you'll go to our website. You're going to look for that purple bar on the left side that says 2021-22 school year. That'll take you to a second page. On the left side of your screen, you're going to see the navigation tools that Brianna just went over. The top link is going to be Addams 14 Online. So if you're interested in registering, you'd select there. For our in-person families, you're going to click on the second link down, which says registration, and it's right under that red arrow that's currently on your screen. And then you simply follow the prompts as it indicates on the screen for you to complete the registration. The second question, thank you, Brianna. The second question was around if you're already registered and you would like to sign up for Addams 14 Online. So you would follow the similar steps that are on your screen. So you again would go to Addams 14's website. You would click on that purple bar, which is indicated at the very top left corner of your screen. It says 2021-22 school year. That'll take you to a second page, which is indicated on the bottom half of your screen. And it says Addams 14 Online Program. You would click on that first link on the left where the red arrow is indicating, and then follow the prompts there to be able to get registered. Thank you, Cameron. Karen?
Thank you, Ms. Burke. The following question is in Spanish. I will do the same, read in Spanish and then repeat in English. The question says, and how about the ones that are in person? Can they change to remote?
Thank you for the question. So students that are currently registered for in-person, yes, you do have the option for students in grades 6 through 12 only to be able to select the Addams 14 Online. Again, you'd follow the same prompts that we just had gone through, which is going to Addams 14's website, selecting the purple bar on there, which has the 2020-21 school year. Once you select that, it will pull up a second web page. And then on the left side, you're going to see the resource page. The first prompt is going to be the Addams 14 Online, and you simply select that hyperlink and follow the prompts on your screen. Again, there is 300 spaces available for students in grades 6 through 12. And we would handle each of those individually by looking at the students, making sure, as the video had indicated, that we are selecting the best learners to be able to go into Addams 14 Online, so that becomes a successful educational opportunity for our students. Karen?
Thank you, Ms. Burke. Our next question says, ¿los niños que estén en línea van a tener los mismos maestros del distrito? Are the students learning online? Will they have the same teachers from the district?
Thank you for the question. So our Addams 14 school district employees will service our in-person learners. We are partnering with Colorado Digital Learning Solutions to be able to access their online course catalog platform and partner with certified educators across Colorado. So the answer to that is the staff from Addams 14 Online will be serviced across the state of Colorado, not necessarily Addams 14 instructors. Our Addams 14 teachers will be geared towards our in-person students to be able to make sure that we are not increasing student class sizes or reducing course offerings in there. And so, which is where the partnership comes from with Colorado Digital Learning Solutions.
Thank you, Ms. Burke. And coming up, I'm gonna have you please repeat your answer. The question says, entonces, los que estudiantes presentes pueden cambiar a remoto el siguiente semestre? So does this mean that in-person students can change to remote learning the following semester?
Thank you for the question. So if there is space available, then students will be able to move from in-person to online at the end of first semester, which would be at the end of December. I believe the date is December 17th. And their first course would then begin in January and carry through second semester. So the answer is yes, providing that space is available. Karen?
Thank you, Ms. Burke. Our next question says from Graciela. Thank you, Graciela, for your question. Las inscripciones que estarán haciendo en la escuela nada más será para los niños que quieran estar en línea? Are the registrations that you will be doing at the school, are they going to be for students that want to be online only?
So our registration process will be geared towards in-person learners. However, we will be providing support for families who are looking to be able to register for Addams 14 Online. So our registration events that Brianna had spoke about earlier in our presentation will consist of both in-person and online.
Thank you, Ms. Burke. Our next question is from Lucy Andrade. If I already completed registration, do I have to do it again for in-person learning, or does it automatically place students in person?
Thank you for the question, Lucy. So if you've already completed your registration for one or all of your children, then you do not need to repeat that registration process. They'll automatically go into in-person learning. And so that process will not need to be repeated. Karen?
Thank you, Ms. Burke. Our next question is from Rita. ¿Las mascarillas serán requeridas? Will masks be required?
So currently a decision has not been made around masks. Currently our guidance is that masks are still highly encouraged for both students and staff that are unvaccinated or for those that just feel more comfortable with them. As we get closer to the start of school, a decision will be shared publicly around masks, whether they're highly encouraged or required. But please note that at this time, a decision has not been made yet.
Thank you, Ms. Burke. Our next question is about sports. ¿Los niños que estén en línea podrán asistir a los deportes como por ejemplo fútbol, soccer? Students learning online, are they going to be able to participate in sports like soccer?
Thank you for the question. So yes, students who are participating in Addams 14 Online will still have access to be able to participate in academic clubs and or athletic clubs that are happening outside of the school day. So the answer is yes. Let me clarify too, students would register for those athletic opportunities or academic opportunities through their designated home school. So for example, if myself, Sheila Burke, was registered and my home school is Kearney Middle School, and I'm participating in Addams 14 online, then I would register for girls basketball through Kearney Middle School if that's my home school. Karen?
Thank you, Ms. Burke. We do not have any written questions at the time. Brianna, do we have any digital hands?
Not at this time.
Let's wait a few more minutes and see if we have any additional questions that come in. Brianna, can I ask you to be able to share once again our registration dates? And then Cameron, would you be so kind to put those dates back up on our screen so that our viewing audience can have a visual of those as Brianna walks through them? And then we'll check back in and see if we have any more questions.
Great, thank you, Ms. Burke. All right, so our two district registration events, as Cameron pulls those up, there we go. Both are gonna be held at Addams City High School. The first one will be this Thursday, July 22nd, and we'll be there from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. And then we'll be there again from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. So that'll be this Thursday, July 22nd. And then we'll hold another one next week on Thursday, July 29th. And we will be out at Addams City High School from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Again, this is district registration support for all of our schools. So not just Addams City High School, that just happens to be where we're hosting. So please join us.
Great, thank you, Brianna. Thank you, Cameron, too, for displaying that. Viewing audience, if you did not take a picture of the screen with your handy dandy mobile device or cell phone, you can always find this information located on our district website, should you need it outside of today's event. Brianna, I'm going to check back in with you and Karen to see if we have any additional questions that have come in.
Thank you, Ms. Burke. We do have one written question. Question says, are students going to be required to be vaccinated?
Thank you for the question. And at this time, the answer is no. Students are not required to be vaccinated. Karen?
Thank you, Ms. Burke. We do not have any other written questions or digital hands at the time.
Great, thank you so much. So as we get to close out our presentation for today, I want to thank all of you for joining us and thank you all for your questions. Our presentation will be posted on our district website by the end of the week, along with our frequently asked questions page and some tools to be able to determine if your child is a good candidate to go into Addams 14 online. Cameron, can I ask you to put up my contact information slide? I'd like to share it with our viewing audience so they can reach out to me should they have any questions. While Cameron's pulling that up, feel free to contact me at any time, whether it's via email or through my phone number. Should you have questions that come up as you talk with your family regarding if this is the best opportunity for your child, you can reach me at 303-853-3258, or my email address is saburke@addams14.org. So thank you again all for joining us today. Feel free to reach out if you have additional questions, and I hope you all have a fabulous Tuesday. I'm going to turn this back over to our communications team, and thank you all for joining us.
Ms. Burke?
Yes, Ms. Kevin.
We just have one last minute question.
Sure.
Thank you. The question is from Judith Monsisvais, and it says, ¿los niños van a asistir todos los días a la escuela y tendrán que usar mascarillas? Will students assist every day to school and would they need to wear masks?
Kevin, say the first part of the question. I heard assist and I didn't hear the part right before that for me, please.
My apologies. Will students assist every day to school? And would they have to wear a mask?
So students right now are going to be highly encouraged to wear a mask, as a decision has not been made around if they're required. We're still taking guidance from our health and medical partners. At this time today, it's that masks are highly encouraged for students and staff, for both those that are not vaccinated and those that are fully vaccinated. If that changes, we will definitely put out a communication, and once a decision has been made closer to the start of school, we'll also make sure to communicate that part out. Cannon, will you imagine the assisting part is part of the masks? I may need some clarification part around the assisting.
Ms. Burke? The question is if they're attending school every day.
Oh, yes, thank you. For whatever reason, I heard assisting. Thank you for clarifying. So the answer is yes. Students in person will be attending school 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. The start and end times are listed on our district webpage. That'll be differentiated for preschool, elementary, middle school, and high school. And so you can locate those bell schedules on our district website.
Thank you, Ms. Burke. And two more questions came last minute.
Sure.
So one of them says, on the same day of registration, are you going to help out for reduced lunch?
Yeah, so we wait for the free and reduced lunch form to be authorized from the federal government. And yes, during registration, we will be providing assistance for completing the free and reduced lunch form.
Thank you, Ms. Burke. And another question that keeps coming up, I think it's important if we can repeat the answer, is if students need to be vaccinated.
Thank you for the question. At this time, it is not required for students to be vaccinated to return to school.
Thank you, Ms. Burke. We do not have any more written questions or digital hands.
Okay. Again, I want to thank you all for joining us today for our Addams 14 online informational session. You'll be able to locate our presentation and our frequently asked questions page on our district website under Addams 14 online. So I appreciate you all joining us today. I hope you have a fabulous Tuesday, and don't hesitate to reach out to us should you have additional questions. Thank you all. I'm going to turn this right back. Thank you, Brianna.
Thank you, Sheila, and thank you everyone for joining us. If you have additional questions, we're actually hosting the same presentation you just sat through tonight at 5 p.m. Or if you have other friends or families who are interested in learning more about the Addams 14 online program, please join us again virtually tonight at 5 p.m. And we appreciate your time and allowing us to serve you and your students. Have a great morning.